Hello everybody, come on in. My name is Liz. This is the Crafty Queens page. This is the event with the 3 companies, Totally Dazzled, Digital Deco Designs, and, oh my goodness, Totally Dazzled, and Essential Stencil, you guys. So come on in. I'm just wiping this up real quick. So we have a nice, clean, smooth area. Don't look at the paint. I gotta soak this. But at least we can get the crumbs off for now, right? So here we are. And we are gonna be working with all of this mess today. So, okay. Let me just get all the crummies off because I've been using a lot of joint compound and stuff. Now I'm gonna pull up comments down here. So whenever you guys hop on, say hi and let us know where you're watching from. And I'm gonna pull them up just so I can see a little bit better. We'll get started. It's kind of a bigger one today, but I think it'll be good. Okay, so. And if I have time at the end, what I'll do is I will show you guys the, uh-oh, my doggies are gonna bark. I'll show you guys the rest of the stuff that I got from these 3 amazing companies if I have time at the end. How's that sound? If not, maybe I'll do a reel or something. That way y'all can see it. Hello, Miss April girl. Hello, Miss Shannon. Miss Adoria's here. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. Okay, so we're gonna use this beautiful print from Digital Deco Designs. I am obsessed. Good morning, Kamiri, I feel like it would be. We're gonna use a piece of foam board. We're gonna use this beautiful frame. We've got some goodies in here. This is our Essential Stencil design that we're gonna use today. I got others, and like I said, if at the end I have some time, I'll show you. We only have 45 minutes, and you know me, right? Hello, Miss Patty. Good morning, Patricia. Texas Breeze is here. Good morning. Let me set that there. All right, you guys. So the first thing I think I ought to do is probably get this on. So I'm going to use foam board. That frame was thrifted or something, or maybe given to me, I don't know. And it didn't have a backing. So I cut a piece of foam board to lay in there and cut it to size, okay? So what we're going to do is take some Mod Podge. Good morning, Miss Mary. How are you, girl? We're going to take some Mod Podge and okay. All right. And we're going to take a little brush here. Oh, we're going to need lots more than that. Lots more than that. Be so creative. Hello. Hello, Miss Cheryl. How's everybody doing this weekend, you guys? My kids are on spring break, so they're itching to go to the dollar store and spend one whole dollar. Probably $1.25, because y'all know. Hello, cutest little thing. How are you? Okay, we're going to need even more. We're going to need even more. Just went right in there. Let's get around the edges a little better here. Let's get around the edges. Okay. All right. All right, what's everybody doing this weekend? We're going grocery shopping into the dollar store after this. And then I need to get my house in order because both sides of my kitchen are for it. Now, I was not home yesterday except like an hour. And I had to shower, cook spaghetti for my children, and then get out the door for bowling. So my house needs some attention and love. Okay, so all I have is a foam piece that I cut to size to fit in my frame. And now I shall put my beautiful frame, or my beautiful image on there. This is the print that we are using today. It's from Digital Deco Designs. She has amazing other ones too. I got some for Alana Boo's room. So I'll show you at the end here if we have some time. Now let me see exactly where she is so that I know I've got my girl on here. Okay. All right, that'll work. That'll do, donkey. Good morning, Miss Robin. How are you? I almost said Miss Zimmy. Good morning, Miss Zimmy. How you doing, girl? Grace and Tattered Laces here. Is that Monique, I think? It's been a hot minute, Monique. Good morning. Hello, Jeanette. How are you? You guys, if you see pages in here, they are likely in the event as well. So go ahead and give our crafty sisters a follow. Okay. You can also use an iron if you want. I would just dry your Mod Podge first and then lay your thing down there and use an iron. And I'm just gonna smooth this out the best I can. Now, because this is going into a frame and you're not gonna see the like very, very little tippy toe edges, I'm telling you, same girl, same. Make all the things with me. Hello, good morning, Bears Creations. Then we are not gonna worry about what the sides look like, that they're gonna be like nice cut edges, because y'all know I like it rough and tough on the sides usually, but it's going in a frame, so it doesn't matter, guys. So I'm gonna just cut this right off to the same size as our little frame here and tuck it in. And then this will have a second to dry because there are some things I'd like to add to this print. And that will have some time while, and y'all know I'm keeping this, right? Like that's a junk journal page right there. I can't throw nothing away, I swear. And that'll give us some time to work on our frame. Hold on, these are kind of big. These are kind of big. There we go. Alrighty. I'll throw that over here. Hello, Irma. Good morning, Diana. How's everybody doing? Okay. So now, don't look at the edges, but we've got our beautiful little girl on our foam board. Okay, good morning, Mel. Now let's put our attention on our frame, okay? This is where she's gonna go, and this ain't the vibe, okay? Hello, Jackie, how are you? Crafter's Spot is such a bad problem for me right now. But I'm learning. I'm purging my craft room. Okay, so what we're gonna do, you guys, for the frame is we are gonna use Essential Stencil, and we're gonna use this one today. And I thought about doing like vintage up, but I really don't want to cover our beautiful, this print is perfection, okay? Let me show it to you close here. It's got texture, it's got molding, it's got vintage class. Oh my gosh, it's perfection. So I really don't want to cover a lot of it up. So what we're actually gonna do, my girlfriend gave me this idea, is we are going to use this on the frame so that we can leave our beautiful print. Let's see, Sorry Flex. What is Sorry Flex? Hello, Peggy. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off, I think. Don't look at all the paint on my stuff here, guys. I need to clean it all really good. And so we're gonna take this here. I'm gonna move y'all back just a second here. Okay. All right, and now, yes, Miss Carol, yes, it is gorgeous. Miss Carol's the one that gave me the idea, guys. We're gonna do this on the frame, okay? Catherine is top shelf as far, oh my gosh, Karen, it's crazy. Crazy town, I tell you. And it was so hard to pick. She let us pick our designs, and it was hard. Okay, but I got some stuff for Alana's room, you guys. Okay, now let's take some of this, I think. Uh-oh, wrong way, sister, wrong way. Hello, Shelly, how are you, girl? Good morning, Teresa. If I miss y'all, I'll go back and make sure I get you. My honey gave me this, and it's very wide. And for whatever reason, every time I use it, I just break it all up with them. Okay. I'm just going to tape it down so it stays for us, hopefully. Now, let me make sure I didn't get my stuff moved. I think that's still pretty good, okay? So what we're going to do next is we're going to take this patching plaster. We're going to take this, And we're going to use that, okay? And we're going to use a palette knife, if I can find one. Yes, I put them all right here. Look at me go. I'm going to use the palette knife. And I'm trying to think of the best way to show you all this. Can you see? Yes, you can see. Good morning. Good morning, Denise. How are you? Miss Brenda's here. All right, so we're going to give this some texture, this frame some texture, okay? So, nobody move. Y'all stay put. Now, there is like this here, and it's like a gap in the frame. And so I am going to just skip over that little part because I don't want this stuff to get down in there. Okay, you could use spackle. You could use joint compound, which is what I thought this was, but it's patching plaster apparently. Good morning, Teresa. Hello, Mary. How's everybody doing? What you guys doing this weekend? I have groceries in the dollar store because my kids are on spring break, and apparently if it's cold on spring break in Ohio, their brain goes to, thank you for dealing the queens, their brain goes to shopping, okay? They need to go spend $1. That's what they need in their life. So that's what we shall do. And I'm praying that we get at least one sunny day so that I can take them to a park before they go back to school. That would be nice. But I'm such a good mom. You know what my kids are doing next week, y'all? Monday they have dental appointments. Tuesday they have vision appointments. And Wednesday they go get their yearly checkups. You're new here? Well, welcome. Because I'll tell you why. During the winter, like their winter break, I don't want to drive in that crap to go take them to all these appointments, so we didn't do it then. And then I was doing it over summer, but who wants to go to the doctors over the dagnab summer? Nobody. So, spring break in Ohio is typically cold, but also drivable, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so I'm going to lift this up. Now, mind you, I didn't go into the cracks here, okay? So it's not her stencil design. It's not the stencil design. It's the fact that I didn't go into the crack, okay? But that's what it looks like, y'all. You see that there? We're going to turn her over. Okay. You could use like hot glue molds too and do the corners. You could do, I mean, it's one big one here, something, right? All right, now this is what we're going to do on this side. We are actually going to have it facing there. Okay, am I good? Am I right? I don't know. Let's see. There we be. We're going to do the same thing on this side, guys. Okay. Same thing over here. I cannot wait to go back and see what Tracy created. I was getting my coffee, snuggling the babies this morning. The babies that are 9 and 10. Right, Stephanie, isn't that a beautiful stencil? Never thought of using that stencil for that. Oh yeah, that'd be fun. It's gonna be gorgeous. You could do maybe furniture too with parts of these. Oh, we got plans. There's all kinds of uses. Absolutely. I think it'd be pretty on my daughter's vanity that she keeps wanting and not wanting. She can't decide if she wants to keep the vanity because she does have a million things of like makeup and skincare. And, cause as a 10-year-old, that's what you need. And, she can't decide if she wants to keep it for all that or if she wants to get rid of it because it just takes up space and she don't like it in there. I love your creation. Oh, I can't wait to go see hers. Yep, I was running around. Then I was like, guys, I got to get up. We were snuggling and drinking our coffee and talking. I was like, I got to get my project together. So I haven't seen hers yet. All right. Okay. I think I got it. I think I got it pretty good here. Oh, maybe missed that little spot. Right up to the thing. There we go. All right, let's take this off. And I'm just lifting it straight up, guys. Straight up. Now, let's move it here for a second. And I'm sure you can wash these too with Dawn dish soap and water. I'm going to set this off. You could do that all the way around if you wanted. Like I said, you could do hot glue molds and do some different stuff. However you want, this is just an idea. And I'm gonna at least get the bulk of this off now. That way it's not sitting here curing, you know what I mean? Drying on the stuff. Okay. But I will probably go back and use some Dawn dish soap and water too. Okay. So voila, like new. Is that a window? I think maybe somebody did use it as a window. Let me set this maybe here. Because now, how big is this? Let me see. Because there is no backing when I got it. And so I don't know what they were using it for, but it's just like a little thrift find, you know? And that's what the stencil's looking like so far. It's raised. That's why I use the joint compound. Let me see some things. I might be able to get away with this so that I can paint it without, yes. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna dry these two areas here so that my paint doesn't peel them right back up, okay? Great idea. Thank you, Barb. How are you, girl? Using texture. Yes, girl. It's all about that texture. All about that texture. So we're gonna be putting this frame in here if you're just getting here. Not this frame, y'all. This is the frame. We're gonna be putting this beautiful rice paper print in here from Digital Deco Designs. And we're gonna be adding some texture to the print as well. Okay, so say a prayer. Hello, Jody. Good morning. Thank you, girl. I appreciate that. Thanks, Wanda. All right. I did pretty good on that. I don't use stencils often. I don't know the last time I used a stencil, y'all. But we need to start because look how gorgeous this is. You couldn't tell at first? Oh, are you the one that asked if this was a window? I think it used to be a frame. It's just somebody used it for something else at one point and took the backing out. And then when I got my hands on it, there was no backing. So we created our own out of foam board. And that's what we did. So we're gonna finish up this frame and then go back to our print so that we can add our texture, let our frame settle, and then put it all together. Good morning, Kim. How are you, girl? So many great vendors. I love how you added the texture with the stencil. Hello, Darla. Thank you, girl. Okay, how we doing? I'm always nervous to touch it. We're not doing great. Let me get that back on there. Let me get that back on there. Get it good and dry. Keep it moving so you don't burn anything. Alright, I'm going to do the same over here. Yeah, if you guys have not checked out Essential Stencil, Digital Deco Designs, and Totally Dazzle, those are what the three companies that we are promoting today. And those are the three companies that sent us some goodies to use for this project. You're gonna see all kinds of ideas from all types of creators, and I am stoked. And I'll be sharing them in the Crafty Queens clan group. They're shared in Craft Around the Clock as well, and I'm sure several other groups too. Okay. Doing good? Oh, that's much better. Okay. I'll stop yelling now. I wonder if canvas is made. I bet you they are. Yep, I bet you they are. I had a foam board that was sitting over here unused, like the rest of it was unused. We had taken a few pieces out of it, I think for her moon 3 years ago. And so I'm like, you know, it needs to be used. So I just used what I already had, but I bet you could definitely do that. Take the frame in and grab you a canvas that'll fit. Okay, so now that we've got this stuff completely dry, I'm gonna let this side cool before I keep touching it. And I'm gonna start on one of these sides. We are going to paint. So I'm gonna add some paints to this. And don't freak out, but this is what we're doing. Keep it together. We just need like a darkish base. Okay, and we're gonna get, I'm sorry, that was brown. I'm sorry, I know that it's hard to kind of tell sometimes. That was brown. It's called Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel. This one's English Ivy. It's like a vintagey green. Yes. Yes, girl, yes. Okay. We're gonna mix these two and then see where we are. I also have golds out, I have reds out because they're all in our beautiful print here. Now, what we'll be doing on the raised part is some gold rub and buff later. Let me just get this lid out of my way so I can function properly here. Okay, are we good? I think we're goodish. I think we're goodish. I'm gonna take some water. And I'm not gonna try to spray my joint compound too much. Just super little, just so we can move that paint. And I'm gonna take this for a while. Makes us feel less like hello, Marie, you're so right. Yeah, this turntable's gonna drive me nutty, so let's put this down here. Don't be judging. Don't be judging all the paint that I need to clean up. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get us a layer of this on. And I'm not worried if you can still see the blobs and all of that. This is gonna be a layered thing. Ooh, don't let me touch that stencil. Don't let me touch the stencil. Now, because we have 45 minutes and I want y'all to get the gist, I'm not gonna do the sides on this live. I will do the sides the same way I'm doing the front, but it will not be on this live. Does that make sense? That way y'all can see the project and not worry about the details until you see the picture later. How's that? Okay, I'm getting all focusy on you. Isn't that cool? It's just paint, yeah. And if you don't like it, then paint it right back over. Great technique. Thank you. Hello, Ruby girl. Gail's here. I think so too, Miss Phyllis. I think so too. So excited. Okay, now what I am gonna do, I'm gonna have to, okay, is I'm gonna have to put some paint down in there, because that y'all do need to see. To see. I can't be having that in your way of seeing the cuteness. Okay, so while this is drying out here, let's go ahead. I just got me a couple dots here. And we're just gonna take a little bit of each and mix them together here. And we're gonna throw them down in here with a smaller brush. Probably could have done this part first, because whatever globs I get, you know, I'm gonna have to go and sponge out, but that's okay. Comments are going fast, y'all. They're going fast. Hello, welcome. I see somebody said hi all, but I don't get to see the name. The name flew right by the face. Not afraid to try. Oh, thank you, Miss Agatha. I know, and a lot of times, you guys, probably because of mom life, I guess, and my personality, okay, let's be honest, I don't get to try it before I go live. So sometimes we try things together, but that's okay. If they don't work, you know, don't do that. But that's okay. All right, so we're throwing some color down in there, you guys. And then what I'll do, let me just grab whatever's left on here, and then what I'll do is I'll just, any puddles or droplets that I got, I'll just go here. Okay, so we're not looking at the inside here, we're not judging that, and we're not judging the side. We're focused on the front. I'll get those done after, because I like to bite off more than I can chew, apparently. All right, now let me dry this a minute because it's a little shiny. It's a little shiny. Hold on one moment. Thank you, Mary. Okay, that should be good enough so that you can all see, Now let me show you one of the sides with the essential stencil on it there. Now obviously we need some more coverage here, right? And things like that. So dry it for another couple seconds and throw our second layer on there. Now this time, because it's the top layer, and we need to pay attention to how it turns out. This time, we'll be putting our paint here, dipping our sponge in this, and then putting it on our frame, okay? I keep setting it over here. There we go. And so what I shall do is maybe and that way we don't have droplets. I am going to pay attention this time, make sure I get my essential stencil covered, all that good gravy. And I thought I got too much paint out, y'all. That did half the frame. I did half the frame. Hello, Mandy. Thank you, girl. Kind comments. I appreciate that. New to your page. Well, welcome, Miss Carolyn. How are you, girl? Where you at? I'm in Ohio. I'm in Ohio where it can't decide if it wants to be 30 or 50. But as long as it ain't snowing, I really don't care. I am just over the dagnab snow. Okay, let me scooch this. My paper towel's trying to be involved in the project. Hold on. There we go. Okay, and then you're just gonna flip it. And that way you don't have too much brown, too much green. It doesn't look perfectly placed. It looks like a crazy mess. That's what we'll call that. Looks like a crazy mess. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and dry that. You just got snow? No, Agatha. Hello, Kimberly. How are you? Your page from Minnesota. Welcome, Miss Mary. Rising Sun, Indiana. Yes, girl. Arthritis is wacky. I'm telling you what. It is. Hello, Stephanie. My sister's here. Hi, girl. Yes, ma'am, Miss Agatha. Same, girl. Same. I have a million beautiful frames. I had some really big ones, but with the print, I want the print to be the star of the show here. So, I didn't want too super fancy. But I thought this was perfect and it fit the print. But I had some really big ones that we could have done some fun stuff with too. I need to use them too. They take up a lot of space. Hi, honey. How are you? North Carolina. It's 40 or 80. I mean, Ohio's the same right now. So I'll be in South Carolina in May though. I'm excited. Is Oklahoma weather crazy right now? My computer is trying to interrupt us. Hold up. We had a snowstorm in Wisconsin. Oh no. No, ma'am. Okay. All right, now, I got excited right here because I didn't get all that white covered. So, we're gonna flip it. Okay. That should be good. All of that looks good. I just need to focus right here. Now, I have gold leaf. That would be beautiful in this. I have gold paint. And I have gold rub and buff. Okay. There we go. Got it. So now that it's got 2 coats, you guys, look at that. 2 coats, nice and covered. I'll fiddle fart with the inside there where you can see any white after the live. Okay. We only have like, what, 15 minutes left? Oh my gosh. All right. So let's go ahead and get us some rub and buff out. And I'm going to use the antique gold one today. Antique gold. And that's not what I'm going to do. Hold on. I'm going to I'm actually going to put some on here. So, what do I have fabric up here for? What are you doing, sir? All right, so let's get our gold on here. Let's try here. Rub and buff goes a long way. You don't need a ton to make it beautiful. All right, so now I'm gonna start in the corner here where I usually like it a little heavier anyways. That way I can get the feel for how hard I need to be touching. Oh, thank you, girl. You love, oh, you guys, thank you. Welcome, Miss Robin. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So we're just kind of adding so that our beautiful thing is like in there, okay? I think some black wax on top of this would be, yes, please. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna go, let's do this side since we're over here. Now you could put this on your finger or on one of these type of makeup brushes or something. If you like a smoother look, that'd be very pretty too. Okay. And then once I get this on here, like I said, I might have to detail it up a little bit to get rid of some of that white. But once I get this on here, I am going to focus back on the print because I want to use our Totally Dazzled piece and make sure I get that on there too. Okay. Okay, so you're going to be getting something like so. Okay, and we'll go all around here. Trying to think. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Getting some excess off. Going a little heavier on the insides there, and then just throwing some gold here and there. Okay. Now our print is the star of the show. I really love the essential stencil, so I want to show that off, but these sides aren't as, so I'm just going to do a little through here. Not as much as we did. And then some black wax will give it a little bit of depth in all the places where it curves or bends. And just wait until you see the pictures. It's going to be fabulous. All right, I think that's pretty goodish for now, so y'all get the idea. Like I said, I'll clean it up too. We still got to do the sides and all that. But see here, where we got just like a frame that is starting to go with our image here. See that? Okay. I also had some reds out and other things too, but I'm liking it like that. Now, our beautiful frame here, or what's this called here? You know what it's called. Thank you, Miss Karen. So do I. Print. Our print. We are going to open our little box of pearls here. Are you sitting down? Look at this. This is from Essential Stencil. Now, if I have time at the end, which we all know I'm not going to because we have 12 minutes, I'll do a reel with everything I got from these 3 beautiful companies, you guys, because you got to see. But for today's project, do y'all see it? Try to get it to where you can see the beautiful detail. That is what we're making her. She needs a necklace. I found an itty bitty chain. Now, unfortunately, the chain is silver, but we could rub and buff it to make it gold. That's an idea. We could put pearls on it. Let me see here. Because I have these itty bitty pearl beads as well. Oh, I don't think it'll go through that. Let's see here. Let's see. I think the pearls might be too big. I think I might like the shine of the chain. Let's try that. Let's try it and see. We can always add the pearls. Hold on. All right, so we are going to take this. And these here, totally dazzled. Yes, ma'am. Gorgeous cameo. Isn't that beautiful? She has some beautiful pieces. I'm telling you what. And I have not ordered from them yet. Or before this order, I have never ordered anything from them because I used to do a lot of primitive style stuff, which I still love. But I also like the kind of like dark gothic-y, moody type of beautiful stuff too. Vintagey, that type. Hold on. Where's my husband when I need him? There we go. And so I was like, oh my gosh, they do have stuff on there for me. So it doesn't matter what style you are, you guys, there's something on there for everyone. Now let me take maybe this here. And I got some rub and buff on my paintbrush, and I'm just gonna rub and buff it, y'all. Listen, I need a gold chain. I want it to match. Isn't that beautiful, Pam? I love it. That's my favorite print. So I did another event with Digital Deco Designs, and I was this close to ordering this print, and I didn't. For whatever project I was doing, I went with something else. So when I got the opportunity to do another one with her, I was like, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. It's got flowers for spring, but I also feel that you could leave this out and get away with it because it's just so dark and vintage and beautiful that people aren't gonna mind. I have a Halloween, you can ask my sister and my husband. I have a Halloween thing that I did. It was when people were doing the spooky like artwork from thrift stores and they were making them spooky. I have that in my house year round and I don't care. Okay, I don't care. And the compliments I get it in the spring and all the other times of year, okay, they make me feel like I'm allowed. Okay, hold on. Where did I just put it, y'all? Where did I just put it? Oh, God. Oh my gosh, no. Hold on, hold on. I see it, I see it. It's little. It's a little guy. All right, and then we're gonna do the same here because this is a yellow, more yellow gold. So we're just gonna do the same there, guys. We're gonna make it all matchy poo. We got 8 minutes. We got 8 minutes. This is just an idea. I had several other things that we could have done too. The thought to make, what are those called? Paper flowers or book page flowers came in and out of my head. All right, we got that. We're gonna throw a little over top of our face as well. I know this is tiny, but it works so perfectly with the print that I have to, guys. I have to use this one. You could have done a bow too. I almost did a bow with one of these in the center. So I just made that match our chain. so that it all goes together. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put her necklace on her. I feel like I might have cut it a little long. We're gonna put a little necklace on her. Sorry, I gotta focus. I gotta focus on this part. Wait till you see this. Thank you, Jody. Okay, so I'm gonna do like what? The smallest little dot of glue in the world. I think I'm gonna actually use this. We're going to thread our dooflappy here. Okay, there we go. And that way it's on there. Okay. Thank you, Stephanie. All right, here's what I think I'm gonna do. So, because this has something, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a tiny dot of Quick and Thick. This is Tight Bond, Quick and Thick. Okay, I'm gonna throw some of that on there because that'll stick really good. And let me see her. So she's straight. And then I feel like I'm gonna have to do the tiniest dots in the world of what you call it, hot glue. That's what I'm gonna try. And let's see. I know, baby. Okay. Oh gosh. I don't know if this is made for my big old fingers. We're gonna let that cool right on our finger. That's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. So let me get this down and then I'll take a look at the charm again. Woo! Okay. Okay, if it don't work, I'm just gonna, there we go. The shakes is optional. I don't try to do that part. Okay. Ooh, it is, Lois. I agree, girl. I agree. We got 4 minutes. Okay. All right. Now, Chica, let's look at you. Part of me doesn't want to glue it down. All right, hold on. But my kids will fiddle fart with it and they'll pop it right off if I don't. So I'm gonna glue mine down. But you could let it dangle maybe. I think that'd be pretty too. Oh, she's a classy chick, y'all, look. Hold on, let me make sure she's cooled. She don't come flying at your face. Okay. Look at her. How cute is she? Stop. Okay, let's get her in here. Let's get her in here. I have 3 minutes. I do want to say thank you before I run out of time. I want to say thank you to Miss Sheila for asking me to be a part of the event, and to the 3 companies, Totally Dazzled, Digital Deco Designs, and Totally Dazzled, Digital Deco Designs, and Essential Stencil. Now, I'll be covering this with craft paper or that brown paper. I don't know what you call it. My hubby brought it. And I'll be stapling it around so that you don't know that this is foam. And then I'll be touching this up wherever it needs. So there's the whole piece. I hope y'all can tell. And then there is our beautiful frame. And there's our beautiful print. Now, let me look at her and see. Now, I had out, I'm going to tell you this because it may or may not happen by the time you see the pictures. I appreciate that. Fiddle fart, my dad and my pawpaw, you're welcome. I have no excuse. but I'm going to add some black wax here. We'll see. I'm going to clean up any white that I see. I'm going to do the edges. Listen, I thought I was going to get all this done. I may go through and add some, I don't want to put it on her, some texture to these spring flowers here. Do you see them? There's some beautiful spring flowers, and I might add some texture to those as well. We might even have a couple, let me be gentle here. Okay, we might have a couple here, like to kind of cover up the edges here as well. And then I have some gold paint. You all already saw the Rub and Buff, and I have something else, gold leaf, that we may add in places. So I'm gonna tidy it all up and see where we're at. And sometimes when you let it sit and you come back to it, you have different feelings. And so I think though that is a very good start and lots of good ideas to get you going with something that could turn out so beautiful. And I already have this, and so it's kind of like a thrift flip too. I'm not sure if it was a yard sale or thrift flip or what in the heck and doodles, but thank you guys again for joining me. And I can already see here, I'm going to clean up that gold there because it looks a little too perfect and placed. But yeah, so just get it to where you like it, guys. And then you can cover the back, make it pretty, throw on a hanger, and you can hang it or lean it or whatever. Thank you, Shannon. I do appreciate that. Thanks, Anita. Thanks again for hanging out. Let's go see who's next. Everything is in my description, info-wise, link-wise. Make sure you're part of the group so that you can see everybody's gorgeousness today, okay? And tomorrow. Today and tomorrow, I believe, right? Yeah. And so thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, it's 10:30. Let's go check out who's next. Bye, guys. Have a good one.